Yo, what's going on? It's Avery and welcome back to my channel. So if you've been on Twitter for the past couple hours, you would know that people are trying to cancel Jaydn. And if you don't know what Jaydn is, or you don't use Twitter because you're sane, Jaydn is a commentary YouTuber who has been on this platform for years now. He was up there with Optimus, Sensitive Society, and what remains of Leafy's channel, but throughout the years made really toxic and stupid decisions that nobody called him out on, up until a couple hours ago where he dropped the needle that broke the camel's back. So here I am to laugh at a bunch of dumbass decisions that he made. It all started off a couple hours ago where sadly Technoblade, the Minecraft YouTuber, was diagnosed with cancer. Now I'm going to be completely transparent with you. Today I didn't have any ideas for content, and I looked on Twitter and I saw Technoblade was diagnosed with cancer, but after further consideration I realized, no, that's fucked up. It doesn't matter how respectful you make the video, making a video out of somebody getting diagnosed with cancer is fucked up in every way, shape, and form. But Jaydn had other ideas because within 24 hours he pushed out a video talking about the Technoblade cancer situation. Now I am going to bring up a couple of points that Optimus brought up and then voice my own opinion also, but this is me right now saying that I'm not on anybody's side. Both sides between Jaydn and Optimus had valid reasons for doing what they did and reacting in the way they reacted, some more valid than others, but still valid. So this is me saying that although I am entitled to my own opinions, I'm not biased in any way, shape, or form. Now for Jaydn's side of the story. So Jaydn said that he woke up and didn't have any content, so he wasn't going to post anything for the day. Then opened up Twitter and saw everybody was going crazy over the Technoblade situation. Obviously being a content creator, he sees the moment. Everybody can accept that. There's nothing wrong with making fast content of a hot topic and making it in the moment. But the reason everybody had a problem is because whenever you look up Technoblade cancer, it was a bunch of clickbait channels that were milking the situation, making light of Technoblade actually getting diagnosed with a life-threatening life-threatening disease. But all these channels were taking clips and pictures of his friends and fellow content creators crying and reacting, and they would compile them together to make this one big-ass clickbait seize the moment video. And Jaydn reacted saying that he didn't like how these pages are milking the issue, but then goes on a couple hours later and makes his own video on the situation. So obviously everybody on Twitter called him a hypocrite because, you know, he's doing the one thing that he said he didn't like about these videos. But he defended himself by saying that it wasn't milking the situation, he just made one video on it, and he doesn't see anything wrong with making one video on it. But the reason he reacted the way he did on Twitter was because it was a personal response. I'm not gonna assume, but what I inferred from the video is that it felt a little personal that he saw Sensitive Society clowning him for it. The video that Jaydn made about Technoblade was named "I Feel Awful for Technoblade." He named it like this so that it could be as least clickbaity as possible. But then Sensitive Society tweeted "I feel awful for Sensitive Society" as a joke, and Jaydn responded, "Actually fucking kill yourself." From what I learned from the video, the reason he took it so personally and responded in the way he did was because he had a falling out with him a while back. Apparently Sensitive Society known him when he was around 5 to 10k subs, and now they're both at 200k, so he felt really, personally attacked when he said that. It was one of his close, good old friends that, just started clowning him on Twitter. Even though it was one simple joke, he took it personally, which I can't really blame him for, but it is an overreaction. A little break from the discussion. Apologies because I just found out that Jaydn goes by she, her pronouns. So for the rest of the video, I'll be referring to Jaydn as she and her instead of he and him, so my apologies. So after Jaydn said that, obviously she got fucking sniped off the platform. You can't just go around telling people to off themselves, which she admits to in her video, but it doesn't necessarily make it any better. Wrapping up my final thoughts about Jaydn, I think that Jaydn was completely in the wrong originally, but acknowledged her mistakes after and is trying to do better. Although Jaydn fucked up, it's just a big ass case of headassery. Just one big mistake, and honestly, just all I can say for Jaydn is to do better. I doubt Jaydn is gonna see this video, but I personally have nothing against you. I acknowledge that you made a mistake. Although you were in the wrong for that mistake, I can see your reasoning why. I know it wasn't just a case of villainy, but honestly at this point the only thing that can really satisfy the people is if you show proof that the money made on that video went to charity and not to you. I don't think many people are gonna look at one screenshot of $100 made and sent to charity and just roll with it. But hopefully you can actually move forward and learn to make better decisions. Now on to Optimus. In my personal opinion, I don't think Optimus did anything wrong. A lot of people are calling out Optimus for not being able to accept Jaydn's apology. And if you look in the comment section of Optimus's latest video and Jaydn's latest video, there are two completely different sides. Optimus's comment section is full of people saying that it's about time somebody calls him out, and that isn't me misgendering her, that's what the comments say. So one side is misinformed, but I just want to play it safe. From what I'm seeing right now, she goes by she, her pronouns, so yeah. But Jaydn's comments are full of people saying that her apology should be accepted. She made a mistake and is trying to do better. And I agree with that mostly, but what most of them fail to realize is that a mistake this big made by Jaydn would have to be intentional in some way, shape, or form, or at least have some type of motivation behind it. This was perfectly explained by Optimus in his video, which I'll link in the description, which he also has a charity that you guys should donate to. It's the American Cancer Society that has raised $3,000 out of $10,000 needed, so I highly suggest you go donate to that. And if you can't donate, that is completely acceptable, but I would suggest you go share it around. And with 125 days left, you have plenty of time to go support, so yeah, I'm gonna link it down below. Go support that if you can. So in the video that Optimus made, he called out the fact that Jaydn used a lot of metadata in her description for the Technoblade video. And if you don't know how the YouTube algorithm works, metadata is, long story short, just things that get you pushed out more to the recommended page. And when you use a lot of keywords in the description, it gets it pushed out a lot more, which is kind of hypocritical for the fact that people were saying that, she's milking milking. Along with that, the thumbnail was kind of clickbaity and the title was pretty damn vague but also intriguing in a clickbait fashion, which although it sounds like I'm reaching, Jaydn acknowledged it herself in her own video. She said that the reason she made her description like that and made the thumbnail and title look like that was because it's just habit. Although she's not in the right for doing it out of habit, I can see where she's coming from and it is acceptable. So I'm not gonna clown her too hard, but everybody here made mistakes. Jaydn more than others obviously, but I'm not gonna say too many of Optimus's points. I don't really feel like stealing all of his quotes and ideas and what he said and putting it in this video. So instead I'm gonna link it down below and I highly suggest you go watch his video. He makes good content overall, so you might as well drop a sub while you're there. So wrapping up my final thoughts about the entire situation, honestly, no hate towards anybody. Jaydn fucked up originally and I had everything against her at first, but after seeing the apology video, although it was a really stupid mistake, you can't really say anything about it. I mean, it already happened. Now before I leave, I would like to say I personally don't think she's in the right, and this isn't a video criticizing her specifically, so if it's a little convoluted, apologies, but this is just me covering the entire situation. I wanted to give the most unbiased opinion I possibly could, so I had to present it in the way I had to present it. But yeah, that's really it. The entire thing was just a Twitter fiasco, and luckily nobody got doxxed. As for the Technoblade situation, I won't be making a video on it for obvious reasons, but everybody is wishing you the best, Technoblade. Cancer is not something to be taken lightly, and honestly, it just sucks. We live in a shitty world where fuck things always get thrown at you 24/7, so we can only wish you the best, and we hope you get better, man. Oh yeah, and if you're watching this video and you're one of the dream stands that's actually happy about Technoblade getting cancer, get the fuck off my page, because the amount of disrespectful ass people I've seen on Twitter that are actually happy about the situation is honestly despicable. So respectfully, blow chops. I'm out of though, y'all. Peace out.